Hello everyone, welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we are going to have Theo. Theo is from Leeds in England, in the UK. So let's see what Theo has to say. Enjoy the interview. So hello Theo, how are you?
I'm not too bad. Warm, very warm.
It's very warm for sure. Today is very hot.
It is, yeah. The hay fever's been playing up a bit as well.
Oh, so tell me,
So
how
if you
was your
see
day?
me,
Yeah,
sorry,
so tell me, if I see you what, sorry?
if you see me blowing my nose with bits of tissue, then it's the hay fever.
Oh, this time of the year, the heat comes and
Yeah,
it's always like that.
yeah, definitely.
So tell me, how was your day today?
It was okay. Yeah, I did went to work today, came back, got ran some errands, and then did a little bit of work on some projects that I've got coming up, and here I am.
Tell me where you're from, Theo.
I'm from Leeds, West Yorkshire.
Born and raised?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, born and raised in Yorkshire.
So tell me, what's the biggest joy of living Leeds, in your opinion?
Biggest joy, I think in terms of how big and connected Leeds is, it's such a big city. It's a big up and coming city. A lot of people want to be there, and obviously being born and raised in Leeds, you've got that on your doorstep. So you've got a lot of kind of connectivity right at your fingertips.
And what do you do for work, for living, Theo?
I do supporting children with education.
Okay.
So I go into school. I help the children with their educational needs. For those that need some additional support, really, with what they're doing, because obviously in the classroom um, you've got a classroom of 20 students or so. I kind
Wow.
of do a bit of one-to-one with students just to be able to help them catch up.
And I believe that you're a screenwriter as well and a director, movie director.
Yes, so I'm a writer director as well. I do that as a kind of priority career
Uh-huh.
pursuit. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm really aiming to move into.
Amazing. Theo, before I start the interview, I always ask my guests on the show to bring something that means a lot to them. So that could be a gift, could be an object, a picture. Is anything you could share?
Yeah, I do have something. So I have this. It's a bracelet that I got a few years ago now. I think it was about 4 years ago now, but I've had that for 4 years, and that means a lot to me.
And why is that? Can you talk a little bit about it or not?
Yeah, it's so it was 4 years ago. I got this as through a very kind of interesting period of my life. There was a lot going on for me, but it was, yeah. When I first got it, I was with someone who meant a lot to me, someone who was special to me,
Uh-huh.
and unfortunately, that person's not in my life anymore. But it's still that bracelet still means a lot to me, and I tend to wear it on each of my film sets.
Wow, it's amazing. I like
So I'm
that.
always carrying that um, with me on
Am-
that with me on set.
Amazing. Theo, are you ready to go on a beautiful journey through memories in life and share your point of views?
Yeah, definitely. Let's go for it.
Amazing. Welcome to William and the Magic Box. So I have here my best friend. Full of random questions. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to play a song just for us to relax before the first question, okay?
Okay, yeah.
Let's do it. Right, before I start the interview, during the journey, if it comes up a question that you don't want to talk about for some reason, or you don't want to answer, always can take another one, okay?
Yeah, not a problem.
Amazing. Gonna blow your nose? Perfect.
Yeah.
Feel free. All right. First question is, what's the best advice have you ever received?
Best advice received. Ooh. Um, I mean, something that is often kind of given as advice is just keep going, and sometimes that can be vague in terms of what you're going through. But then sometimes, depending on where you are in life, that's all you can do, and that can be the best advice you can receive in the moment.
Wow. And saying that, what's the biggest joy of being Theo? What do you like the most about being you?
Ooh, I think some things that I probably would say are the joys of being Theo is my creativity. I'm
Mhm.
always brimming with ideas, and there's always an idea floating around in my head. There's always something that yeah. I think that's probably one of my biggest things is my creativity. I'm always I love to be a very creative person and to be able to build these worlds, and especially as I kind of delve more into my filmmaking journey, to be able to delve
Wow.
further to that creativity.
And you always being very creative.
Yeah, I think I wrote a book, or well, a short story when I was about 9 or 10, um, and it wasn't very good. But it was that idea of being able to explore a little world that I can control,
Mhm.
um, and I've always kind of all written things, whether that's kind of song lyrics or short stories or now scripts. There's always been something creative that I've done over the years.
Wow. And when was the moment that you realized that you got this gift about writing? There was a moment in your life, or through your journey, somehow you started, to enjoy this journey of writing.
Yeah. Um, I think the moment that I really felt it was during lockdown.
Mhm.
So like I say that I've always been a writer, I've always written things. But during lockdown I had this idea that was brimming inside me, and I ended up writing a full story. And as I was writing it, I thought this is one of the best things I've ever worked on. The characters, the story, the dialogue, it got me so excited. And once as I wrote it, I kind of imagined actors, I imagined the scene, everything. Um, and when I finished it, I thought, wow, it's done now.
Wow.
Um, and at that point, I thought, well, I've written a story novel. What do I do with it now? Well, actually, I want to see it as a movie, because I think it is this good to
Mhm.
watch it become a movie. And I thought, well, the only way I can do that is to make the movie myself.
It's amazing.
And that's been my journey ever since, is to try
Wow.
and become that filmmaker to eventually make that story I wrote.
I love it. Wow, I love it. Somehow, sometimes I think COVID brought a lot of pain, a lot of sadness at the time. However, a lot of people they develop something that was already there in their personality, in their gift. Somehow they, their creativity just became bigger and bigger. So I get your point. Amazing.
Yeah,
Very good.
yeah, absolutely.
Next question. Let's do it. Hey Theo from Leeds in England. Next question is, what's the biggest price you ever paid for being yourself?
Um, ooh, I think I think that's probably losing people along the way of life. Um, Not anything in particular, but you tend to. I'd say I've got a big heart, that I've always got a lot of, I give to people that like my friends and such. People like that mean a lot to me, and when people tend to move on without you, they choose that actually I don't want you in my life anymore. And to me, that's I've always been myself. There's no other person that I can be.
Hmm.
So to suddenly to suddenly feel that loss and pain of going, well, you've turned your back on me for no good reason, and all I ever did was be me, and you've accepted that for so long, and now you've chosen that you don't want me. At what point did you not want me? And that can be hurtful, and I think that's that would be the price of being myself. Because sometimes I even wonder, these people that I lose, if I'd have been different, would you have stayed? If I wish that I could have been not me, and maybe you'd have stayed a bit longer, but they chose to turn their back on me. And actually, I do think to myself, well, I'd rather be me than somebody else, because somebody else is not me.
100%. I agree with you, Theo. Yeah, it's a big price to pay for that for sure. And it's okay. It's not wrong with that. I think, it's funny because I've been asked here on the show. One of the things that I believe as younger self, my younger self, that growing up or being an adult, I was proven for me I was wrong. And I would say that I remember like when I was younger, friends around me, people around me, I was like, oh my God, those people gonna be for life, forever in my life, because I was so connected with them. And I was so wrong. And the older you get, your circle become a bit less. And when somebody told me that, like a while ago, and I was like, no, those people gonna be in my life forever, because I had a very good connection with them. And again, it's not wrong with that. I think people go, people come, but I think the main thing is always be yourself. The right people would come, the wrong people would leave, and it's okay. It's not that they are bad or you are bad. No, it's just the circle of life. That's how it works. You know what I mean? And sometimes I know it's painful. I know sometimes it's a bit, tricky. But again, you just need to trust the process, and maybe in the future you're gonna understand why. It's just part of your life. People, they come for a period, for a long time, and for a lifetime. And sometimes it's okay. You know what I mean? It's not wrong with that. So I get your point for sure. But I think we always need to keep being ourselves. The only way to go anyway, you know what I mean? Is the only
Yeah,
way for us. There's no other way. And if you try, it's not gonna be yourself, you're not gonna enjoy life. You're gonna be, you
yeah,
know, living a fake life. You're not gonna be happy. So I get your point for sure.
yeah, exactly.
Next question. Let's do it. Right, before the next question, tell me, you know, three names in the movie industry that you always been inspired by, that for you somehow gave a big inspiration for you, or in writing, or creating, or producing. Tell me three names.
Three names. So that's an easy question. Um, so first up is Christopher Nolan, who I've always looked up to as a creative in terms of the filmmaking process, how he makes a film. I've always aspired to that. I've always kind of looked up and been so I'd admired everything that he's done with pioneering in filmmaking. Um, and it's inspired me to, even if I make it within the film industry, I want to stay grounded and rooted to how do you make a movie, not green screen CGI. How do you do this? I want to make a movie, and that's what he does to an extent.
Wow.
um Another writer that's always inspired me in terms of the writing is Russell T Davies, who wrote Doctor Who. He
Wow.
um, created shows like It's a Sin, Years and Years, um, and his writing, his especially more so in his Doctor Who days, but he always inspired the creativity of being able to write a character, to be able to write a world, and to see it come to life. It was always so exciting. And obviously, as I've grown up now, you're watching actors take on his words, to take on his whole script, and bring it to, really truly bring it to life. And that's massively inspired me.
Wow.
And then another name that I would say is Edgar Wright. He did the Cornetto trilogy. He did Baby Driver, Last Night in Soho, and he is such a phenomenal writer and director and a creative. His stories are so adventurous and fun, and you can see for somebody like that that he really he enjoys what he
Yeah.
does,
Wow.
and that's where I want to be as well. I want to look at, I want to be there. I want to be enjoying telling the stories that I tell and to really bring them to life.
Wow. Okay, so now the second part of the question is gonna be a bit tougher now. One day, you're gonna wake up in the morning and you're gonna see your phone and you have 3 missed calls on your phone from those 3 names you just mentioned right now. Which one you're gonna call back straight away? Which one you're gonna send a message? I'll call you back later. And the third one, you don't call back, you don't send a message, just ignore him for now. I know it's a
Ooh,
mean question. I know.
good question. I think just in terms of personality, I would instantly call back Edgar Wright. Just in terms of his whole personality, I would call him back. He seems such a quirky, fun type of person. And you could look like you could have a really good laugh with him.
Wow.
Then I'd be texting back Christopher Nolan, saying I'll call you back later, because he feels like such a wealth of knowledge, someone so wise, and being able to at least you get a chance to call back later. And unfortunately, I'd have to leave behind Russell T Davies and never speak to him. Unfortunately, it's a tough question, but
You understand. You understand. I put you in the spots and I take the blame, okay? He will forgive you. It's okay.
I'll tell him that if I ever speak to
Yes,
him.
absolutely. He's watching this interview. He's watching now, so it's okay. He understands. Next question is, would you ever get a tattoo and what that would be?
So I would be interested if ever I was to get a tattoo. I'm a big fan of the band Nickelback.
Okay.
Obviously songs like Rockstar, How You Remind Me, Photograph. And I would love to, if I was to ever get a tattoo, I would love to get their band name, Nickelback, written there.
Wow.
Just like I said, I've been a fan of them for so long, and they've been just, as a band, you listen to music in dark times, good times, and yeah, I've just followed them ever since properly getting into their music.
Wow. Amazing. Very good. 3 questions left. Let's do it. Okay, next question is, if you could swap jobs with anyone for a week, which one that would be and why?
Ooh. So I think it's too much of an easy question to answer if I was going to say someone in the film industry.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna change that, and I will probably say,
something completely different, maybe something very different.
yeah, I think I'm going to be really interesting and probably say, I mean, there's no one in particular that I know, but an astronaut.
Wow, that's a good one. Wow.
Somebody who goes into space, someone who kind of lives. I mean, we've just had the space crew come back from back onto Earth a few weeks ago, and obviously they were living out in space. They were eating the food and everything else, and that for me just seems like such an experience.
Totally. Oh,
so I would
good
love
one.
to kind of experience the life of an astronaut, even for a day. It would be really interesting to go up into space, to feel the atmosphere, to look at Earth from a different perspective.
Wow. And what's the meaning of life for you when you think about life?
I'm trying to answer that one myself. I'm definitely, yeah. Um, I don't know really. Like I said, I'm trying to answer that myself. I right now I couldn't give you an answer. I think that
Yeah,
the meaning of life means something to different people.
yeah,
Somebody might reply with, being a family person is the meaning of life. That's what life means to them, being part of family. Others might say a career, what you own. But honestly, I'm for myself. I don't know what life means just yet.
wow. Okay, I get it. I think life is a mystery. You know what I mean? For some people,
Yeah,
means something different. For some people, means other thing. I think there are no the right answer. I think it's what we believe. What's you know what I mean? You think it's right. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Of course.
amazing. Two questions left. Let's do it. Next question for you is: what do you wish many people understood about you?
Ooh, yeah. I wish more people understood that I am a people pleaser. That it's a conditioning of my upbringing. That I'm always out to make sure that I'm not upsetting people. That I have to make sure that you don't dislike me, and that is again, you kind of bent back on your own morals of, well, I don't want to say X, but because they don't want that, I've got to say what they want me to say.
Right.
And I've struggled with it massively in the workplace in the past, where as much as you want to say the wrong thing to them, but you want to say it, and it's being a people pleaser and trying to deal with that is a fundamental fault to in myself, I believe, and I wish more people could understand it, and not necessarily that I've got to go around telling everyone,
Uh-huh.
but if you had a little sign that says, "I struggle with people pleasing, please be kind to me,"
Oh, sweet.
then it would help me a lot in life.
Sweet. What's your star sign astrology, Theo? I don't know if you believe in astrology, but what's your star sign?
I believe I am Sagittarius.
So you are December? In December?
November.
November? End of this November.
Yeah, I'm 30th.
Wow, Sagittarius. Actually, Sagittarius my I'm November as well. I'm 17th of November, but I'm
Okay.
Scorpio. I'm Scorpio. You know, and my second one is Sagittarius, my second star sign. The first one is the day when you're born, and the second one is the time when you're born. So for me, the time it goes to Sagittarius. I'm gonna tell you something about Sagittarius. Compare with other star sign astrology, Sagittarius they have the biggest heart. It makes sense when you say about being people's pleaser. So yeah,
Yeah,
Sagittarius compared with the others, they have the biggest heart.
yeah.
Yeah,
I would agree with that. I think that's one of my
yeah,
biggest traits is that how big my heart is for the people that I
yeah.
genuinely care about.
You see? Can you put your camera a little bit down? Okay. Amazing. Great. Wow. Cool. Last question, ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Last one. You know, before the last question, working with children, I'm sure, as you said, you're about helping them, their development, and I'm sure you learn a lot, not just teaching, but I'm sure work with kids, I think it's a gift because you learn a lot with them. So far,
Yeah.
through your career, tell me something that you've learned that for you, you feel like, oh my God, I'm so thankful to be surrounded for kids, for you to learn a lesson. Something you could share?
Yeah, I think for me, I'd probably say it's the connection that I've built with some of the children.
Uh-huh.
That there's a couple of the children that I really look forward to seeing them when I'm there. That
Uh-huh.
they'll come in, they'll be all smiles. They can't wait to see me.
Oh,
Uh, they'll say, oh, I've got a question for you. Oh, can I ask you another question? And it's as much as obviously I've got some work to do of saying we've let's crack on, but I often say to them, yeah, go on, man. What's your question? And it's that connection that really makes me happy and really enjoy what I do.
oh, sweet. Amazing. Okay, last question is, if you could be in somebody's place, in somebody's skin for 24 hours for any reason, who that would be and why?
I think it would just be, um, I probably would say my mum.
Okay.
Yeah, to understand how she operates and to think and just trying to understand how, obviously, with the mums that we have is that if you're going to be a parent, you obviously you grow to be a parent, and as from the child perspective, you are always that. They are always a parent, but they're just as much a person as
Yeah.
anybody else. And to be able to kind of be interested to see how my mum operates as a person in
Wow.
day-to-day life, and her thinking and perception, I think it would be eye-opening to learn how she thinks.
And which person in your life or in your family, when you're feeling the lowest for some reason, you feel like, oh, I could, share, you feel like sharing with this person, or when you're feeling the greatest, you're feeling happy, the same person, you feel like for both situations, there is someone that comes to your mind around you?
I have a friend over in America who I have been friends with for 6 years now, and
Wow.
I I've always kind of wanted her, she's always been that person where I go, oh, something good has happened, I want to share it with her.
Uh-huh.
Um, and yeah, it's always been the case that I'm feeling low about something or I want to share something
Mhm.
with her. She's always been that person that I want to go to.
Amazing.
Yeah, she's, really good friend of mine.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, so she's watching this interview right now, and you have a moment, an opportunity to send her a message. What would you say? She's watching.
Well, Emma, I think that you should be more kind to yourself. That if this is the message you're going to be hearing, you should be more so kind to yourself. I feel sorry that you're living in America,
Oh dear.
um, but you know what? Yeah, thank you for being my friend and putting up with me for 6 years. It's been a very long 6 years, and hopefully it won't be too long until we can meet again.
Oh, sweet, very sweet. Right, it's not the end yet. Let's play now the word association game. Okay, I'm going to say some words, just one word that comes to your mind. Okay, quick thinking. Okay, one word for family.
Family, broken.
Money.
Money. Not enough of it in the world. No, that's probably not. That's what could you say about money? Corruption.
Okay, fear.
Life.
Love.
Loss.
One word for religion.
Complex.
Life.
There's too many words to use for life. Strange.
Sex.
Connection.
Politics.
Failure.
Friendship.
Hopeful.
Desire.
Motivation.
I like that. Regrets.
Loss.
Success.
Failure.
Wish.
Hope.
Happiness.
Extinct.
Hmm. One word for Leeds.
Yorkshire.
One word for England.
Ooh. Europe.
Okay. By the way, England is playing less than an hour. You know that, yeah?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
they are.
that's
Yeah.
Brazil is
Should have said
playing
football,
tomorrow.
but
Huh?
who's playing tomorrow? Sorry.
Brazil. I'm from Brazil. You're from Brazil, so Brazil is playing
Oh,
tomorrow
really?
against
I, I,
Scotland.
I I've always supported Brazil in the football.
Tomorrow, 11 o'clock, Brazil and Scotland.
Oh, that's going to be good. I'm going to have to, yeah, I'll make sure to watch that one. I've always been a fan of Kaká, Ronaldinho.
Yeah,
I've always loved that era of Brazilian football.
I know. My God, I miss those times like Bebeto, Romário, Ronaldo. You know those. Oh, that was the best Brazilian football for sure.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
One one word for screenwriter.
Difficult.
And the last one now, one word for the movie industry.
Drawbridge.
Interesting. I like these words. What that
Yeah,
means.
it's so I think it's the whole concept of obviously the film industry is so difficult to break into, and you've not really got many people inside helping those outside, so they tend to pull up the drawbridge so people on the outside cannot
Wow.
go in.
You made my day. I learned something new. A new words for my vocabulary. You
Yeah,
see, I helped you with the spray and helped me with a new word for my vocabulary. I love it.
yeah. I repaid the favor.
Beautiful. Let's pretend I'm going to meet your best friend for a coffee and I'm going to ask your best friend. Define Theo in one positive and one negative word only. What your best friend would say about you.
I think she'd probably say positive would be heart. That I do have a lot of, like we mentioned, big heart.
Yeah.
Uh,
Proper
I've got a lot of
Sagittarius. Proper Sagittarius.
yeah. It's true what you say. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I think that she would say heart is something that I've got a lot of. That I've got. I value her. That she knows that I'm a good friend. Well, I'd hope that she'd be telling you that I'm a good friend to her.
Uh-huh.
A negative, I think she would be saying difficult.
I see.
Um, that I'll hold my hands up and admit it that I have been difficult in our friendship at times.
Mm-hmm.
Um, obviously, I can put a lot on her, and I think that sometimes that almost puts a lot of pressure on her, pressure that she doesn't necessarily need in her own life. So I think she would be saying difficult as the negative.
I like your honesty. I like that. I think it's amazing for you. At least you are conscious about it. When you are conscious about things, you know already. So it's halfway of the improvements. You are halfway of the
Yeah,
journey. So it's a good one. Let's play now Theo in the magic box, and you can ask me a question. But you like dancing?
I'm not very good at it. Uh, no, I mean you're Brazilian. You've got the dancing in you.
Yeah, in the blood, in the blood.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, Theo, can ask me a question now?
Yeah. So your question would be, if you had three wishes, what would you ask for?
Great question. I love that. Okay, three wishes. My God, the first one would be that I always, um, be able to be myself always. Like for me to always have this mentality that one of my biggest wish is to always be able to be myself. You know what I mean? Through my life, always. That's one of my biggest wish. To wake up every day knowing that I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be my true self. And as you said before, people are gonna come, people are gonna leave, but I'm gonna stand up being myself. Second one, I I I wish all people around me, people that somehow cross my path, people in the magic box, people around me, my family, friends, people who I care a lot, that they're gonna be good, in a good health. They're gonna follow their dreams. They're gonna achieve what they aim for. So I wish to protect everyone. You know what I mean? That's my biggest wish, to protect. And the third one, good point. Third one, that um, that I achieve everything that I meant to achieve in this life. Could be anything that it meant to be for me, that I will believe it, that I will achieve then, that I'm gonna work hard, I'm gonna, whatever come to my path. And if I feel that it's being for me, it meant to be for me, I'm gonna embrace it, and I'm gonna work hard, and I'm gonna give my best if I feel it. I love your question. There's three wishes: always be myself, to protect everyone around me, not just around me, people who cross my path, people, everyone in the magic box. So you already include as well. Their family, their friends, everyone. And also, that anything that comes my way, I will embrace it, and I will work hard, what I mean, until the end. I love your question. That's my answer for you.
I love your whole energy that you bring to that question.
Yeah, because I wish so badly. I want that so bad. That's why I put to the universe. I just put it out for, you know what I mean? Because that's what I wish, literally. A simple life. I just want to be able to do what I'm meant to be doing in life. That's for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think I just love that the universe is bigger than you, kind of thing, but you want everyone to be happy, and to
Absolutely.
in a more kind of cosmic way, you want to really achieve who you are as a person in this world.
100%, 100%. I think every day I just wish to be the best version of myself. I'm gonna make mistakes, like everyone else. I'm gonna go through challenging times. I'm not gonna go through, beautiful times. But I will always want to embrace myself and navigate through life. That's what I want to wish for me. That, I mean, just wish that for me, like to be my best version of myself. Like your question, amazing.
You're welcome. I'm glad you did.
Did you enjoy the interview?
Yeah, definitely. It's been a really fun experience. I've really enjoyed it, being able to for you to be asked questions and for me to struggle to answer most of them. But I've really enjoyed this experience, and thank you for giving me that opportunity.
Totally. Thanks again, Theo. Thanks for being so kind, so sweet. I love to see passionate people here on the show. I love to see people here, spreading their passion, their love, through arts, through people, through work. I love that. So thanks again for taking your time. Thanks for being, here to be part of this dream that is the magic box for me. So I appreciate your time for sure. And
Thank you.
before we go, if you can share a positive message or a quote or anything that you live by.
So I did think about this, and I think the probably the positive message I would leave on an end note is that we, I think it's probably the same one that I'm given, is keep going.
Yeah.
And it's if you love something enough, if you want to achieve something enough, it's all we can do is keep going.
100%. There's not a way. You need to keep going. You need to give the first step. You need to move forward. You know what I mean? You need to keep going. It's about the same about being yourself. You need to keep moving. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's always good, because the more that you move, the more you can look back on.
Totally, absolutely. And it's not going to be easy, the journey, that's for sure. And it's okay, because if it would be easy, it would be a bit boring. So I think you need those turbulence sometimes, just to keep us grounded, to understand that we are alive, that we are, you know what I mean, navigating. And I think I understand that. Good one. Amazing. Regards to your friends, to your family, good luck tonight with England. Good luck tomorrow with Brazil. And we keep in touch, okay? It was a pleasure.
Yes, definitely. Thank you so much.
Amazing.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It's been great.
Take care, okay? And get well with your sinuses.
Yes, I'll be getting the Otrivine.
Otrivine, amazing. Take care, okay? Enjoy your evening.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
You too.
Take care.
See you later.
Bye-bye. So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com and send us a request saying why you'd like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye bye, see you next time.